Man, I love that intro. Oh, almost too much again. It's okay. What's going on, folks? Welcome in. You're on the lifeboat. This is Captain Calhoun speaking. We're going to have a great episode today about shame and guilt. It took me a while to remember what the topic that was brought up yesterday that I wanted to do was, but I went back and did some research, and it is, in fact, shame and guilt. I'm really excited to do this. I have some new perspective on it that I haven't shared before, so this should be good. Laura, hello. DS Kitty, Flick Fox, Nicola E, DS Kitty, Rocket Queen. Good to see you guys. The Arabian Bard. Heck yeah, guys. TKK, welcome in. Good morning. Happy Halloween. I believe that's what today is. Deidre Gore, hello, hello. Yeah, guys, we're going to take a departure from the Lord of the Rings metaphors, and we're just going to go down to earth with this one. Roseanne, good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you for the love and the prayers. Yeah, guys, so someone in the chat yesterday said something about for all the years wasted, for all the people that we hurt. And they were talking about shame and guilt. You know, when coming to terms with the damage that we've done, when we've been down and out, right? When we've been in our addictions, it's very easy to feel guilty, even shameful. And this won't do, right? We can't just harbor these emotions forever. It doesn't work like that. They're going to tear their way out of us, right? They're going to tear us apart from the inside out. And we have to do something with shame and with guilt. And, you know, there's a big difference between shame and guilt. And I think it's a difference that a lot of people overlook. Or maybe overlook's the wrong word. Maybe people just don't realize that there's a huge difference between shame and guilt. Guilt is I did a bad thing. Shame is I'm a bad person because I did this thing. Now, the fact that you showed up here and the fact that you show up here very frequently, every morning, pretty much for a lot of you, I think says a lot about your character, right? You care about how your actions affect others, right? You care about other people. You have empathy, right? You're not a bad person. Just because you've made mistakes, no matter the gravity of these mistakes, I think you're a good person. I think everyone's a good person, you know, until proven otherwise, right? But I mean, the vast majority of people that are on a recovery journey are not bad people. They've just done some bad things. Maybe they're lost, they're confused, right? And they're feeling an immense amount of shame and guilt. Well, if we can take that shame, good morning, Crushik, what's going on? True to It Connections, hello, Jane Aldrich. Wow, member for 7 months. Look at you go. Heck yeah, let's go. So we have to take that shame and convert it into guilt. I know that sounds a little weird, right? But we're not bad people. We've just done bad things. We've been to some places. We've made some bad decisions, right? We've probably made a lot of bad decisions. And, you know, some of those decisions probably had some more gravity, some more weight to them than the other decisions, right? But when it's all said and done, you're not a bad person. You're doing your best, right? So we need to take that shame and get it the heck out of here, right? We need to turn that shame into guilt because we're not bad people. We've just done bad things. That shame is quite destructive. The guilt can be pretty harmful as well. But we have a different method of dealing with the guilt because the guilt, I don't think shame has a place. I don't think there's a purpose for shame. It's one of those emotions that may have been maybe a construct, right? It might be something that we were taught. He's just out there blowing dust around. I heard my neighbor yelling at him this morning. I might go down to the office and ask him, why are they out there with leaf blowers? There's no leaves. They're just making my allergies worse and making my stream really loud. What was I talking about? Yeah, you showed up here. You're a good person. Scooby Lee, good to see you. Christy Hughes, don't let your past define your future. That's right. Ben Bacon Bits. It's quite distracting. I might have to put the headphones in. Maybe he'll pass me by. It's just the boat engine, Spanx. It's okay. Yeah, right. If only we were on a real boat with a real engine, that would, for some reason, not bother me as much. I feel like we'd be out there in the water just getting it. No, but yeah, you're not a bad person. I think you're entitled to some guilt, right? I think we all are. But as far as shame goes, there's no reason to feel that emotion. I think that shame is a construct. And this is just my opinion. This isn't based on science or fact, but I don't think that I would be feeling shame unless I was taught shame. You know, I don't think that I would be feeling shame at all unless someone had taught that to me or told me I was a bad person, told me, how dare you, you don't do stuff like that. Like, I get it, you need to scold young men when they do bad things, but um, there's a fine line between shame and guilt, is there not? It's kind of hard to tell the difference sometimes. It's kind of hard to tell where guilt ends and shame begins. But I tell you what, if you can take all your shame and throw it out the window, if you can take all your shame and turn it into guilt, you will be in a better position than you were in beforehand. Krushik says, I'm about to pick up my friend I met in rehab and go to the gym. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yeah, yesterday was a rest day for me, but then I turned it into leg day. So we're going to do some chest today. I'm pretty excited. Back in the routine. I missed it. B. Hendricks, good to see you. Good to be on the boat when the whole world is flooding. I tell you what. Yeah, we've got the arc right here. Christy Anise, good morning. Good morning from Australia. Whine a little bit more. Tina Marie, hello. Good to see you guys. Life is a dreamin'. Just the boat engine. That's still making me laugh. But yeah, guys. Right now, I bench. Let me think. It's been a while since I actually hit a bench. I don't go to the actual gym. Probably like 180, dude. Probably not a lot. When I was consistently, I was pushing over the 200s and getting into some real numbers, but the gym here is a little expensive, so I have like a workout machine in my house and I have some dumbbells. But my dumbbells only go up to 20 pounds, so I'm kind of hurting for pushing numbers. But I tell you what, the day is coming when I can go across the street and go to that expensive gym. And then we're going to be, we can compare benches all day long, dude. I'm really into it. I just haven't been able to flex, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's all right. I don't have a lot of fat on me, so everything you're looking at is just muscle or bone, mostly bone. It's not terrible. That's right. But, Krushik, we're coming off the back of some pretty deep, dark addictions. We were not taking care of ourselves. So, wherever we're at, it's going to be, we're going to see results pretty quickly. You know what I mean? Yeah, we got the same build, man. We're going to see results quickly. If we can just get consistency, right? If we can get in the gym consistent and have consistent rest days and get a good diet in, man, we're going to see huge results. And I'm not saying you're going to get like ridiculously shredded. Maybe you will. But we only have up to go. You know what I mean? There's really no more. There's no more distance down that we can go. We've pretty much gone all the way down. So I think that the outlook is good. The outlook is good. Carissa White, good morning. I don't think I've ever said hello to you, but welcome aboard. I feel the shame part. Once I left my shame and ego at the door, let's go. I got over and stayed sober. I'm a homeowner and a single parent. That is awesome. Yeah, only up from here, guys. One day I'll be a homeowner as well. I'm looking forward to that. I'm only on year 2, so I have a lot of growing to do, but yeah, the shame will eat you up. I tell you what, I mean, imagine, like, now that we know the definition of shame, we know what it means. Imagine just feeling like you're not a good person all the time. Imagine putting that label on yourself based on the places that I've been and the things that I've done, right? You are the only person that can say that about yourself, right? I'm good or I'm bad. But you're not bad, yo. You're so not bad. And to put that on yourself consistently, whether it's consciously or subconsciously, what is this? Is not good, right? It's destructive. It's the same as someone telling you your whole life growing up. Like, imagine if you grew up with some mean parents or some despicable humans, and they're always telling you you're not worth schnat. You're not worth anything. You're not going to make it out to be anything. You're not going to grow up to be anything. You're a waste of space. Imagine hearing that all your life growing up. All right, now imagine telling yourself that all the damn time because of the places that we've been and in the things that we've done. Like, it's the same thing. You can't do that. You can't treat yourself that way. And one way that's a great segue into dealing with guilt. One of the ways we deal with shame and guilt alike is self-love, right? Krushik and I are talking about going to the gym, getting some exercise, getting some good food in us, getting some good habits, some good routines going. Now that's self-love. That's also an extracurricular. It's a lot of things, right? But that is self-love. Our bodies deserve a little bit of exercise, right? We deserve a little bit of to put a little bit of time into this machine that is our body, right? A little bit of good fuel, good food. Robin Miners, good morning. Lee Lar, happy Halloween. Coming for the Diddy Dirt. The Diddy Dirt starts in about 50 minutes, maybe 30 minutes, something like that. Them natural feel-good chemicals. That's what I'm talking about. Kellyanne, good to see you. Hello. Shame has the word me in it. Absolutely. And I think a lot of shame, if not all shame, is self-imposed. Now, if we can eliminate that, which it's completely within our power to do so, we're winning. We're winning, we're winning, we're winning. And again, we're going to do this with self-love, right? We're going to do this with a little bit of self-care, getting to know ourselves, loving ourselves. I know when I first got sober, I had no idea who I was. The person I thought I was didn't exist, right? Or they existed in my dreams and in my imagination, and I had to work, and I'm still working really hard to be the person I know I'm meant to be, and a lot of self-love goes into that. When I wake up, when I go to bed, in the middle of my day, there are constantly things that I'm doing to service myself, right? Whether it's just simply brushing my hair before the stream, or like eating a little bit of breakfast before I go live, or just like yesterday, I helped my dad with a bunch of computer stuff. I was exhausted. I watched Naruto for hours last night. I just laid on the couch, ate a tub of ice cream. That's self-love. I mean, the ice cream's not good for me, right? But it's good for the soul. And I just laid there. I didn't worry about any responsibilities, and I just watched cartoons. Now that's self-love. If we can get into a routine of taking care of our business, but also carving out time to take care of ourselves, right? Carving out time to treat ourselves nice. Think about, there's this girl or this guy that you like, right? You want to date him. You want to get to know him a little better, right? What are some of the nice things you would do for this person, right? Maybe you bring them flowers, right? Maybe you tell them nice things. Maybe you invite them to go to a cool thing with you. Well, do you ever do those things for yourself? Do you ever get yourself flowers? Do you ever take yourself to somewhere nice, right, that you like? Do you ever do those things for yourself? It's an interesting concept. To think about it that way kind of flips the script, I think. Because I don't remember the last time I took myself to a nice thing. Well, that's actually not true. I deserve to take myself to a nice thing, though. It's been a really long time. Scam likely. And I don't think I've ever bought myself flowers, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll paint myself some flowers, right? That's another thing. Getting a hobby that's not necessarily physical, it's not a bad idea either. Obviously, the physical stuff's going to get your body chemicals pumping, but the painting, the music, the other creative outlets that we can become a part of, that we can take part in, crocheting. There's a million hobbies that you can do with your hands, but if they're not serving by immediately releasing your body's feel-good chemicals, they're at least serving by serving your soul. And I should say, all of these things are going to release those chemicals. The physical stuff just is going to do it a little more. Nicola did a tub of vegan ice cream last night. So rare I even find any. It's hard to not eat the whole tub. It's so hard. I killed some cookies and cream last night. I tried to stop myself. I put it away and then went back for more. Mischief Managed, good morning. Body Illusion, hello, hello. I'm WIP, that's okay. I am WIP as well. Work in progress. Managed to heal through many vices, avoided a few through CBT. That's cognitive behavioral training, folks. Learning about cats, caffeine, alcohol, tobacco, sugar, alcohol slowly. All we can do is do our best today, right? And there's only enough certain amount of time in the day to get stuff done. So I'm constantly working on myself. And I think that's exactly what Christy's saying here. I'm a work in progress, which is great. I'm super glad you're here, yo. Yo! Jane Aldrich. Captain, I heard a lot of those negative phrases growing up. I don't think my parents were bad people. They were misguided in acting on how they were raised. I 100% agree. There's a lot of generational stuff, and I have to believe that they were doing their best, right, Jane? I mean, that's the only way I could possibly wrap my brain around it. They thought they would make us better, 100%. And then Jane goes on to say, unfortunately, they were wrong. There were also addicts who weren't aware of a lot of times what they were saying, let alone how it was affecting us. And, I bet you they don't feel super great about that today if they're still with us. I bet you they look back on that and think, I was doing my best, but I wish I could have done better. And I think that's how we're all going to feel one day, right? But we don't have to feel shame. We can just feel a little guilty if we play our cards right, which isn't the end of the world, right? Guilt, I think, is a part of this human experience. Robin Miner says, my therapist just asked me yesterday what did I need to do for myself that my toxic mother never did. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. We can do for ourselves what we need done. And when I say that, I mean, like, whatever we wish our parents had done for us, we can probably service ourselves, right? Whatever we wish that this bad relationship I just got out of, whatever we wish we had from that, why don't we just give it to ourselves? Then we won't need it from someone else, which goes back to the codependency thing, but we've already covered that material this month. When I say this month, I mean in the past couple of days. And Mary Gonzalez raises a great point. Our parents probably had it worse than we did. And the goal is to build a better future for future generations, right? For our kids, for our kids' kids. So every action that we're taking to better ourselves is literally a ripple effect that's going to reach out and touch stuff we don't even realize. The only way to make it better than I had it, better than my parents had it, is to do my best, right? Is to actually actively work towards that goal. And I think it's obviously working because my parents had it a certain way, their parents had it a certain way, and I think it is getting better, right? The world is changing very, very quickly in many, many ways. And we're kind of having to rise to meet it in a lot of ways. Survivor's guilt needs more light. Support, says Christy Anise. I'll have to get into some information on that. I don't think that I'm the best person to talk about this, but I'm not opposed. The best that I can relate this is my friends that didn't make it, right? And a lot of them did. A lot of them did make it, which is really cool. I'm grateful for that. But I agree, survivor's guilt does need more light and more support. The only reason I haven't covered this specifically is because I do not have a lot of dead friends. I only have a few. I made it out very, very luckily, very blessed. Although now that I'm thinking about it, names and faces come up. Maybe I can do an episode on this, Christy. Someone should. Someone definitely should. Maybe my dad would be better at it. I'm sure that he has a lot more friends that didn't make it than me. Yeah, I definitely do my best, Mary. There's so much darkness, right? We literally are all probably coming out of some darkness. If it's not an addiction that we're just, shedding, it's the C+ math that just happened, right? There's all kinds of dark stuff going on. So I'm trying to shed some light for sure. There is plenty of darkness. We need more lights. We need more LEDs in this mofo, No, but really, I appreciate you thanking me, Mary. It's 100% my goal is to shed some light. Dale, I don't see Dale Cox, but I'm going to put some tincture in my coffee nonetheless. For those that don't know, I'm sure you all do. I say this every day, but this is capsaicin tincture. It's not a drug. It's not psychoactive. Capsaicin is the oil in peppers that makes them spicy. So this is just spicy pepper oil. And I'm going to put it in my coffee because I like the way it burns. I'm going to come up with a new reason every day, even if it's not real, even if it's not true. But I'm going to say something silly on that note, I think, every day. Flick Fox says, therapy helped me truly forgive my parents. Unhealthy parts of their upbringing impacted mine. They never got help and weren't self-aware enough to realize they were letting history repeat itself. That gives me an idea, Flick. I could very, very much do an episode where I kind of analyze the different styles, family styles. I don't know how to say that, but like my mom's side of the family is very drastically different from my dad's side of the family, right? In fact, they're not huge fans of each other. They try to get along. There are friendships in there, but they're so vastly different. Like I grew up with two very opposed ways of thinking, ways of living, ways of a lot of things. I could do an episode where I analyze. Hold on, let me see what Flick was saying because it made me think of this, and it'll remind me. Analyze upbringings and ideals of my two different family sides and kind of see how that may have affected me. I think that would be a really cool episode. Both sides of my family are Christian based, like as far as like they're both pretty big on religion. My mom's side of the family is Catholic, and trying to think of some other differences right off top. I mean, heavy Italian influence on my dad's side, right? Lots of pasta, lots of big family dinners. And on my mom's side, we really only do family dinners for special occasions. It's very interesting. Like my grandparents definitely value getting together and eating together as a family. In fact, when I lived there, it was every day we would sit down and have dinner together. But I guess it's more that the whole family's not together all the time to have dinner together on that side. But that would be super interesting. Lots of learning potential for myself about my upbringing. Also, potentially very heavy emotions on that such episode. It's very good, Pepper Oil. Dale's the man. He really knows what he's doing out there. Shout out to Dale Cox. Much love, brother. If you're out there, I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful 31st of October. Tina, I don't know if that's survivor's guilt. Survivor's guilt refers to how you feel after someone close to you didn't make it, right? So survivor's guilt would refer to how you feel about this happening with your brother. The way that your parents treated you is just their reaction to trauma, I guess. I mean, from their perspective, they lost a kid, but they still have a kid. So like, I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't know if that's exactly survivor's guilt, but that's pretty messed up. I tell you what, I mean, we can only do our best, and I have to believe your parents were doing their best. But again, sometimes our best ends up being wildly not enough, wildly in the wrong direction even. Mary, your words are so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm only doing my best. I definitely would like to save people. I would definitely like to change the world, but do I think that I can? I don't know. I'm just out here doing what I can do. So I really appreciate you saying stuff like this. It makes me feel really good. That sounds way louder than it was earlier. I'm going to check it. Not all audio is created equal, I tell you what. The science of sound would have been a cool thing for me to get into as a kid, I think. I will say, since it's Halloween, both come around and visit us at different points in the year, especially holidays. They come and hang out, watch what we're up to, and seem to enjoy being around. Are you talking about your parents? I see what you're saying. I understand. Yes. Our loved ones are with us, whether they're with us or not, if you know what I mean. That's for sure. Tony's always with me. Tony is always with me. And this is exactly what I'm doing, Nicola. I still have a lot of changes that I need to make. I still have a lot of progress, to get done, right? But if I can do it, y'all can do it. I mean, I'm not trying to compare trauma or anything like that, but like y'all can do this. I believe in you. And you know, it took me my whole friggin' life to figure it out, but here I am. You know, we're doing it. We're doing this thing. And I would love it if you joined me. You know, that's exactly what's going on here, Nicola. I love that. It's like you're holding out a hand and supporting us to change our own lives. And you know, you can do whatever you want to with your life, but I'm definitely in support of what decisions you're making. You know what I mean? Especially if they're aligned good. Speaking of, I guess it's a good point to talk about some rules of the boat. Y'all pretty much know this, but we really the only rules are we don't talk about politics or religion, and because they're divisive topics, we support. You can believe whatever you'd like to. That's wonderful. We just don't want to argue. We don't want to divide people. We would like to connect people here, right? So we don't talk about those things, and we don't deal with mean people. Mean people will be ousted. So if you're moving in the pursuit of love, of good things, right? We love that. If you're moving in the support of bad, of hate, we're just gonna not let you aboard. And that's all. I just wanted to say that. You guys know, the deal. And I'm also sharing this my journey with you guys, right? Yeah, that's right, Tina. I pretty much update you on everything that's going on. So you pretty much know exactly what's going on with me. Brianna forgot it was Halloween. Uh-oh. No Halloween plans then, I take it? We're supposed to go do some stuff today, Wednesday. We're supposed to do stuff in like 3 days. On Sunday, it's Thursday. Yeah, I'm not doing anything until Sunday. We're going to go out for Day of the Dead and paint our faces and make signs and effigies. And Mary Gonzalez says, mean people are very hurt people. This is true. And often I get caught up in thinking, I know they're just doing their best and their best sucks, but I can't save everyone. In fact, I probably can't save anyone, right? I can just lead a horse to water kind of thing. Hold on. So if people are being mean, like that's the foot they're putting forwards, that's the foot I have to deal with. You know what I mean? If they're putting a good foot forward, it's a little different. So I understand that everyone's doing their best, and if they're not doing great, it's probably because something else is going on in their life. But I still can't have mean people on the boat. So like regardless of why they're being mean, if you're mean, I'm going to get rid of you. You know, you can make a new account and come back and try and act different. But as far as like keeping the boat a safe place, I have to just remove those people. You know what I mean? Like we can attempt to have a conversation, and I 100% very often do give people some leeway, you know, give them a chance. And sometimes they turn their ship right around, you know, and they get good. But I can't just give people infinite chances. You know, I can't just chalk it up to them not having everything right in their world and let them be mean. You know, that's all. That's all. Mean people are definitely very hurt people, though. Mary Gonzalez raises a great point. If everything was right in their world, they wouldn't be acting like that. I guarantee it. How cold is it where you're at, Nicola? It'll be a shame to miss the van life get together, dude. Getting somewhere with writing up case studies, at least. Well, that's good. Surviving together. Good to see you. Good to see you. This song is just noise. Yeah, we definitely go out for Halloween. So you guys don't do anything for Halloween in the UK? What's going on, Dale? I got started on the tincture without you, bro. Salud. It's good to see you, man. Hope this message finds you well. Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of Halloween flick. I mean, are there like Halloween parties, or like are there like costume parties and stuff that happen? Do people get together? And I was gonna be J-Rock from Trailer Park Boys. No, I'm saying, but I didn't have what I needed to make it happen, so I'm probably just going to paint my face like a skeleton. I'm going to do like a kind of a cop-out costume, but next year I guess we'll finally make the J-Rock happen, and maybe we'll even make Roro Noah Zoro from One Piece. I would like to do that as well. Hitting tincture early. All right. I see you. Viral cold, not too bad temperature wise. Warm for the season, really. Well, I'm glad. The temperature's not too bad, but I probably would stay back from the get together as well. That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Going up to 80 here and humid, it's killing me physically the way the temps are changing. Yeah, it's pretty wild. Can the seasons decide what it wants to do or what? It was 71 and sunny yesterday. It was beautiful. I don't know what it's going to be today, but I imagine it just gets absolutely wonderful for the rest of the year until summer again here, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited for that part. Trying to get my muscles up so I can go flex for the women. What's for breakfast? Asks Brianna. Well, I don't know. Maybe pancakes. I accidentally left my syrup in the freezer, so I guess if my syrup is frozen, we'll do something else. But saw a good Ricky. Yeah, I tell you what. I back in the day when I was drinking, I could have been a really good. What's the guy with the drink in his hand's name? I forget. The other one. There's Ricky. There's Bubbles, and then I can't remember his friggin' name. I'm gonna look it up right now. Rest in peace, John Dunsworth. How is he not? Oh, Julian, it's right there. Yeah, I could have been a really good Julian back in the day, but I don't think walking around with a drink in my hand is a good thing to do these days. Maybe if it was like iced tea, but still, I'm like playing a character that's like a heavy drinker. I just don't know. I feel like that's not a good move, you know? My thinking's all twisted up already if that's what I want to do, I think. Also, while I'm thinking about it, can we get some ones up for Matrix Rabbit? And anyone else out there that can use them? The Goth Fest, huh? Do people dress up in costumes or they just get gothy? It's probably Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I forget what system we use. I'm kind of a dumb sometimes. USA temp. Yeah, that's Fahrenheit. That's Fahrenheit. I could go for a goth girlfriend, 100%. Katrina Schaff, good to see you. Ruby's mommy, hello. Florence, Beverly, always a pleasure. Your daughter is going as Vampirella. There we go. Okay. Does anyone know how to lessen the opiate feeling without lessening the pain relief? Sorry if off topic, but my doctor didn't have an answer. No, this is what we deal with here. When you say lessen the opiate feeling, you mean like feeling high? The only thing that I can think of, I mean, it completely depends on the nature of your pain as well. What kind of pain are you dealing with, Tina? Is it nerve pain, muscle pain, and what's the magnitude of it as well? Like, is it like rampant arthritis? What exactly kind of pain are we dealing with? My first thought is, and this is very controversial, but using tiny amounts of Suboxone for pain relief. It is a very fine line, right? And also, you won't be able to take actual opiates if you're doing Suboxone. So I don't think that this is a solution for you. But I mean, there's different opiates that all kind of interact a little bit differently, right? And they all have unique levels of pain relief, of I want to call that like that narcotic feeling. So it might be just coming down to spine injury and nerve on opiates for 20 years. Word. Wow. Well, so that's nerve pain. The only thing I can think of, Tina, is to try different opiates until you find one that covers your pain but doesn't make you feel high. But I have to say, it might be a fool's errand. There may be a drug that works a little better for you, but with the kind of pain that you're dealing with, there might not be a drug that's going to work perfectly. And again, I'm not an expert on this. My dad knows a whole lot more about it. I would totally suggest emailing my pops. If you haven't already, I would 100% email him about this. But I think it's possible, but I wouldn't. It might not be. Oh no, you're good, Jane. I didn't take you as negative. You're wonderful. No need to feel guilty. Bringing it back to shame and guilt. Wine a little bit more said, at work, there was a Halloween costume contest. A few friends and I dressed up as the Sanderson sisters and Billy Butcherson from Hocus Pocus. I love that movie. Did you guys win? Obviously, you guys won, right? TKK has a great suggestion, Tina. It sounds like she's dealing with similar pain to you. So this is a testimonial I would take over mine any day because I don't have nerve pain. You know what I mean? So what TKK has to say probably is more apt just because they're dealing with what you're dealing with in some capacity, right? Absolutely, Tina, and let me know if my dad does have constructive things to say about this. Also, if you email him and he doesn't get back to you, let me know because I can put it in front of him. He often is swamped and doesn't see stuff sometimes. So let me know how I can serve you, Tina, please. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much what I've got for you. We're gonna have a little short episode today. It's just how it's gonna be. Um, I will hang out for just a little longer because I know you guys are talking and chatting and whatnot, but that's pretty much what I have. Hit that like, subscribe, and the bell for notifications if you like what we do here. It makes a huge difference. Um, bum, 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 bum. My dad's got some Diddyverse coming up here in just about 15 minutes. I will be painting today. Shout out to Other Restrained. I'm sorry to keep teasing you, brother. I promise we will be doing it today. I made sure that to let my dad know I can't be doing any of this, that, or the other around this time because I'm going to be painting. Also, I think my dad might take me to the Hobby Lobby today to get some more canvases, so we can keep doing this. I think 3 times a week is a good bet for painting for art stream. And until I get tired of painting, we're going to be doing painting. Eventually, we'll switch to a different art, maybe music. Maybe we'll try sketching. I don't know. There's a ton of stuff that we can do, though. And it's really just up to our imaginations what we come up with. So I also take suggestions. Someone said costume building, and I would be way into that. In fact, in order to do Roronoa Zorro, I will need to get some skills under my belt because that's not the simplest costume. So it's not the most complicated either. I could definitely do a lot worse. Spanx, do I have an email? Maybe that's what I can do with this time here at the end is make one. I tried to make one the other day and it was a little more complicated than I wanted it to be. So let me pull up a new window and let's see if I can make that happen. We already have like 7 emails. It's ridiculous. We need to consolidate, in my opinion. And I can go ahead and make that happen. Just got to get around to it. Bum, 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 bum. All right. So this is my personal email. Let's add a new one. And let's call it Thank you for your patience, Hannah. Much love to all of you. Thank you for joining me every morning. It really makes my day. My days aren't the same when I don't do this. I tell you what. All right, let's go with Captain Calhoun. Let's see how that goes. TLB Cap. How about that? Who the heck has that? There we go. We have a winner, folks. My nose is definitely itchy. Recovery email address. Let's skip that. I agree. Confirm. That's a weird set of options there. Okay. Well, folks, I think I have an email now. And you can email me at... Hold on, I already forgot what it was. tlbcalhoun@gmail.com. That'll work. That'll do, pig. And the capital letters don't matter. That just makes it easy to see. tlbcalhoun@gmail.com. You can email me there. And I will keep that sucker open and the notifications on. So I should be able to see exactly when emails come in. I should be able to stay attentive with that. Because once you get behind, it's off to the races. The P.O. Box goodies will be retrieved. I got a message about it, and I'm pretty sure we're going to run all those errands today. My dad's going to come by. We're gonna hit all the stops, so I will let you know. I got a message that something showed up at the P.O. Box that was too big for the P.O. Box. It doesn't fit. So I wonder what that is. Maybe it's a bookshelf. Question, I lost. Person read pain. Have you Googled pain management? USA, there seems to be options through the government. I suppose it depends on the state you live in, maybe Fed. Oh, I see what you're saying. So this is for, no, I've forgotten who it was as well. My brain today. Tina Marie. This is, I believe, in response to Tina's pain question. And also, I've been thinking, someone in the comments asked me if I have my own channel. I don't really, but the day may be coming where I will. I'm not entirely sure how to handle that, because if I'm putting content up here, I can't be putting content up there at the same time. And if I were to stream them both at the same time, I would have to cut the monetization off. So as far as a transition to my own channel, I think it would be a little rough. So I will be thinking about that. Because maybe I'll just do both. I don't know. But I think it would be a good thing for me to have my own channel one day, I think. I don't know. It's just that idea is in the early stages. I'm going to get out of here, though. The captain is getting out and the admiral's taking over. So tell my dad I said hello. And I hope you guys enjoyed the Diddyverse today. And enjoy your Halloween. Be safe out there. Make sure to check your children's candy bars for Balrogs. I found a Servant of Morgoth in a candy bar the other day. So have you been watching The Penguin? It's so good. Is that, you mean the Batman villain? I have not, but I've heard good things. He's like the worst villain. I hate that villain. But I will check it out since you recommended it, Brianna. Batman's the best superhero in my opinion. He's my favorite. So Surviving Together. All right. I'll get in there and check that out. Captain Redhead. Redheads are magical. Do you know that? All right. We'll see you guys later, okay? Much love from the Captain Calhoun. We will see you later. Oh, we're going to be painting between 1 and 2 Pacific time.